Hi, this is Drew with Daniels Ag Services with your morning report. Markets all finished up lower yesterday and they're mixed so far this morning. You've got corn and wheat lower this morning while beans are slightly higher. We do have the WASDE report coming up tomorrow at 11 a.m. Central, so like we always do, we're going to take a look at the estimates a day ahead here. So the first thing we're going to go over is the corn yield, and what you see here in black is what the average trade estimate is, and then the writing in blue will be what the USDA gave us in August. So corn yields expected to rise from August. The average trade estimate is 170.7 bushels per acre. The August USDA number was 167.4. Bean yield is also expected to rise by almost a full bushel. USDA is expecting it to come in at 46.3, or I'm sorry, the average trade estimate is 46.3 bushels per acre versus the USDA in August number of 45.4. Production is expected to come in for corn at 14.28 billion bushels. That's versus 14.032 in the USDA gave us in August. And then bean production is expected to come in at 3.89 billion bushels versus the USDA's estimate in August of 3.816. And then 2014-2015 ending stocks. Average trade estimates an even 2 billion bushels for corn. That's versus what the USDA in August gave us at 1.808 billion bushels. In beans expected to come in at 416 million bushels. That's versus the August USDA estimate of 430. So that's really the only thing we've seen lower thus far based on the average trade estimate versus what the USDA gave us in August. And then wheat is expected to come in at 669 million bushels versus 663 from what the USDA gave us in August. So if you've been following private analysts out there, most of those numbers are lower than what we've been seeing them come out with. The USDA doesn't really do a whole lot of changing in their September report. Most of that comes over in October and then over into November if there really is a big increase in or decrease in yield, production, ending stocks, things like that. So really they're just kind of building on what they found out on their August surveys. So we'll have to see if they do really have much of a change. Typically it's not a shocker, although with these USDA reports you never know. It could be, but typically the September report isn't a whole lot of change that goes in. That typically happens again over in October and into November. So we'll have to see what it comes out with tomorrow. Again, we'll go over these numbers again. And if you want to see the full range of estimates of what the trade's looking for, obviously the whiteboard's only so big. Ran out of space there a little bit on the ending stocks numbers, but if you want to see the whole spectrum of an Excel sheet breakdown of what we're going to get tomorrow, then check out the Wilkins Ag Wire. It'll be in the email there. It'll also be on the Grain Analyst website. It'll have the table below the videos. So if you want to see that, check that out. Also, weather right now. The threat of freeze is still out there. One of the more respected sources I take a look at thinks that it's not going to be that big of an issue, and if anything, it's just going to be mostly cosmetic to some immature corn and soybean crops. There shouldn't be much damage done. We'll have to see if that does pan out, and again, that's later this week. Friday morning, I believe, last I checked, is still the day where it's expected to be coldest, but from what I've seen, again, from one of the more respected weather sources I take a look at, they believe it'll be purely cosmetic. The low temperatures have been increasing each time the models have been released, so we'll have to see how that does pay out, and we'll definitely keep you updated here on the Wilkins Ag Wire. So if you've got any questions, let me know. Otherwise, have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow.
This material is conveyed as a solicitation for entering into a derivatives transaction. This material has been prepared by Daniels Ag Services broker who provides research market commentary and trade recommendations as part of his or her solicitation for accounts and solicitation for trades. Daniels Ag Services, its principals, brokers, and employees may trade in derivatives for their own accounts or for the accounts of others. Due to various factors such as risk tolerance, margin requirements, trading objectives, short-term versus long-term strategies, technical versus fundamental market analysis, and other factors, such trading may result in the initiation or liquidation of positions that are different from or contrary to the opinions and recommendations contained therein. Past performance is not necessarily indicative of future performance. The risk of loss in trading futures contracts or commodity options can be substantial, and therefore investors should understand the risks involved in taking leveraged positions and must assume responsibility for the risks associated with such investments and for their results. You should carefully consider whether such trading is suitable for you in light of your circumstances and financial resources. You should read the risk disclosure accessed at www.danielsagservices.com. Daniels Ag Services is not affiliated with, nor does it endorse any trading system, newsletter, or similar service. Daniels Ag Services does not guarantee or verify any performance claims made by such systems or services.